Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and my rating is 0! Yay, because the rating reset happened. And what are we going to do today? We are going to go and try and do a ranked match just to see if we can go ahead and get this started. That's right, we've been waiting for a rating reset for a very long time. And now it is here! So how cool is that? Now we're going to be waiting just a little bit for this matchmaker to happen, and it came pretty much straight away. So I have no idea who I'm playing against, but we're going to say good luck, have fun to you, sir, and let's go ahead and get the festivities started. Win or lose, who knows what's going to happen, because right now we're playing our monogrowth deck today, and I do appreciate the feedback you all have given me in videos, especially related to Decay, and I'll be honest with my Decay deck, it's one that I am still learning to use. So that's kind of how it goes. This is a growth versus growth matchup, so right away, I don't know exactly how this is going to go. I do have some growth versus growth issues from time to time, but getting a Ragged Wolf to take out his Vetter early is a nice start for me. Going to get a Chemfolk Brave out next. I'm going to hold on to my Quake, because Quakes are very important in growth versus growth, especially for the board reset. So Clarion is Scroll Celebrity. I don't know about that. I guess that's one way to put it. All right, so now he has a Chemfolk Brave down. That kind of changes what we want to do a little bit. I'm going to get my sister down here, and I'm just going to put my Brave back here so that he'll have to come and try and take me on. That's very nice of him. So there we go. Got to focus on the match at hand, though. Brother of the Wolf is interesting because it's a card I have not played very much lately, but it is one that is going to be okay. So that is an interesting move, because I'm going to be able to actually clear his board this turn. We're going to get rid of God Hand, and we're going to, I guess, clear his board. He just kind of threw away his units. I'm not sure why exactly that move happened, but it just did. So that's very lucky on my end, and once again with the rating reset, you never exactly know who you're going to be up against, and I've seen some people with very high rated plays, or very high ratings, such as myself. I wouldn't say very high rating. I did get up to 1860, like I said before, which does work out to be higher than I was ever able to get. I have now cycled through multiple God Hands. Let's just go ahead and sack for resources again. I don't know if he's going to be gunning for Quake or what at this point, but right now everything he puts down is dying. Oh, don't kick my ass too much, smiley face. How do you respond to that? I don't know how you respond to that, to be honest. I am going to say, though, that he's probably not going to Quake. That's my third God Hand in hand, though, so we're going to see if we can get something else going here. A Breaker is a very good start. And I guess I want my Brother the Wolf to attack at this point, because we're just going to start shooting for idols down here. Maybe? No, I should probably be smarter for me to start putting some damage over here and get the Breaker out of harm's way. We want to protect our Chemfolk Brave. I do have a Mangy Wolf in my pocket, which is not always everyone's favorite card, but it's a really good card for this situation, assuming he doesn't Quake next turn, which is a pretty ballsy assumption to make here. So let's see, a Ranger's Bane on the Brave. So he is marked for death, Sister of the Fox as well. So now I'm definitely going to need that Mangy Wolf to get this thing out. And a Ragged Wolf, so what do we got? 1 damage there. This guy's going to be attacking next turn. 2 Mangy Wolves. Don't really need that at this point. Oh, Great Wolf. Now that's good. Frost Gale, not too great for me in this situation, but I am actually going to play the Mangy Wolf first so I can clear out one of his bigger units. So we'll do that just like this. And go ahead and clear out that unit. That's where it's important to maybe put a little bit of damage on the Brother of the Wolf, because that way you can get it down to 3 and set yourself up for these kind of situations. It's nice because that means that even though this Chemfolk Brave is going to die, it has, if I don't have enough money or talent or skill to necessarily, how do I put it, have all the stats on here, but a lot of killing time's not too terrible. But see, this is where we go here with growth, is that he's going to have a lot of things to play with here. Now, I do have 2 Frost Gales, which is pretty decent, but I think at this point it's probably better for me to not necessarily play an additional wolf. I don't know. That is going to buff my Great Wolf, but let's see what other cards we get here. Sister of the Fox and Fertile Soil, so we're going to be making that play next turn. And you know what? I think I will actually just go ahead and call this the Sacrificial Wolf, And we'll go ahead and summon a wolf here. The goal is to overwhelm the board a little bit with this, so let's get a great wolf out as well, which I always want to call it a girl wolf or a gray wolf from Final Fantasy 1. Don't know why I went there, but I did. So this wolf is marked for death. Sorry, buddy. It's nice knowing you. I've been through one Ragged Wolf. I've been through all my God Hands. I've been through 2 rallies, so I'm not going to be able to get a lot of speed plays. But hopefully Sister of the Fox Fertile Soil will put me over the top, because right now he's okay. So he's got some good cards coming too. A rally would be really nice next turn, but I bet that's not coming. Alright, so Brother of the Wolf, we need to sack for resources. Do I Frostgale here? Frostgale doesn't really hurt me so much. I'm actually going to get rid of the Brother of the... Oh, wait, why are we... Let's not be stupid here. Let's go ahead and drop his sister. Play this smart. What card do I get? Second Quake. Do I want to hold on to 2 Quakes in this situation? I think I'm far enough ahead to where maybe holding on to the Brother of the Wolf might be better, but I don't feel super comfortable at this point, so we're actually going to Fertile Soil here. Alright. And while we're at it, once again, let's play this smart. If he has any of the zillions of cards that Growth has, we're just going to let him do what he needs to do to the idols, and I will have a Kinfolk Veteran Crimson Bull play next turn with a lot of things attacking all at once. So unless he does something to protect that Great Wolf, it's going to die. I hope he doesn't have a rally. That would kind of make my day a little sadder, but we'll see what happens, because I can probably do a lot of substantial damage. Stagheart, double Stagheart. Oh boy, that changes things a little bit. Well, that changes things. Not used to seeing Stagheart here. Now we do kind of have a idle race situation going. And this is where I could double Quake my way to victory. But let's see here. Can I end the game this turn? Okay, so we're going to be Crimson Bulling. And I can do 6 idle damage here. Oh, I can almost do it, but I don't know. Let's hear. So we're going to be... You know what? I probably can do it. Because all we have to do here is drop you here. And we're not going to get a rally, but if I move you here, that's going to be enough damage. And then 1, 2, have to do my math. There we go, idle race. That's how growth goes sometimes. So there we go, he just got his stag hearts out and I was able to move my units up and sort of gun all the idols by round 10, and yay, 94 rating. That's the first game. I don't know. Let's see here. So, Way to Fail Self versus Kirillin. There's our stats. He was just started to really get going with those stag hearts, so I'm glad I was able to kill him when I did. But I did have the double quake in hand as well. So you know what? Let's actually go to a second game here. And I'm going to play with my Monogrowth deck again. I will be playing with my Decay deck as well. But I kind of want to just get used to playing both. We do have some people in trade here. And what does a 94 rating put me at right now? I'm ranked 239th. I have a feeling that won't hold overnight. But however, considering the number of people that are online right now, 419, I have a feeling that maybe if I get 2,000 rating here, it's not going to be as much as maybe... Excuse me, that was a pretty awful burp. Won't mean as much as maybe I used to. Let's hear someone like Blinky, on the other hand, who has a rating of 1,295. He's ranked 5th, so especially those people that are across the Atlantic and more advantageous time zones as opposed to people like me that have to work. Let's see here. Yeah, Blinky giving you a hard time right now. There we go. But pretty much, yeah, just get off work and I'll have some more time to play a little bit later on. So it's here, looking for a ranked match. And let's look at the live settings right now, because I do think I have time for one more here. We have Dybart and Blinky. Dybart is rated a little bit higher. He's been playing a lot longer. I do have a replay video of him that is not up yet, but will be up in the near future. And let's see, what else do we have? Not a whole lot else. But what do high rankings look right here? PewQ versus Hobo Necro, Dybart, Blinky, Palvik, and here we go. Just some people have been playing a little bit longer. You can tell who's in what time zone kind of by this, so having to wait for a ranked match a little bit surprising here, considering how many people are playing. But let's see if I throw a quick match as well. Match found. Nope, don't want to do that. Let's try the ranked match again. The matchmaking system has been a little finicky lately. I'm not trying to do a quick match. Well, you know what? I think this is enough for just one video right now. I was hoping to have multiple games in this video since it's only 10 minutes. But I guess while we sit and wait, unless something comes up in just a minute, and it probably won't, I'm going to go ahead and call this a game. There we go! Look! I don't have to. Ranked match has been found. Waiting for opponent. Let's do this. Maybe. Maybe. There we go! Slayer BFM. Good luck. Have fun. Yay! And decent opening hand. We're going to get rid of the God hand early. And I get two Sisters of the Fox, so that'll probably get me something good. I've always wondered if that's kind of a... That's not really a mullet, but it is another growth versus growth matchup, so we're going to be holding on to our Quakes. Do I hold on to this Quake that's here? Yeah, probably. Because I do want to put out the Kinfolk Brave first, maybe. If he has two Ragged Wolves, maybe not. Let's put out the Sister first, because I can just ramp up accordingly. I get a Ragged Wolf of my own, which is a really nice, convenient thing against growth. I just wonder what else he may have here. If it's a Sister of the Fox, I'm going to be gunning for it. If it's a Kinfolk Brave, I'm going to be gunning for it. So Kinfolk Brave there. There we go. And right on time. Oh my god, two Kinfolk Braves. That's really nice. We're actually going to get rid of the Quake right now. For now. And what we're going to do here is we are going to get fancy, I guess you could say, and drop. So here, I do want to put one possible damage on that, but let me put it this way. I want to play both of these cards. So we're going to do this and this. That way my Brave is protected, just in case he has a Ragged Wolf in a zone. To take this on, I do 1 damage to him. That means it's Frost Scale range later if it comes to that. Starting out with a lot of weenies though, and look at this, I'm down to 2 cards in my hand. There's a Breaker on his end. So he is protecting his stuff right here. There we go. His break. Oh my god, all 3. That is a interesting combo to have, to the point where I think I am going to ditch the Breaker right here. Crimson Bull as well. Okay, first off, I should have sacked for resources instead of cards. That was a misclick. But you know what? While we're here, might as well do this. So we'll see here. That Breaker is going to be hurting just a little bit. Get 2 Braves down. That's not terrible. I just really hope he doesn't have a Ragged Wolf or something that will let me go through here. But I am really annoyed that I sacrificed for cards instead of resources. That could come back to bite me just a little bit. But it's been a very long time since I've gotten 3 Ragged Wolves, or 3 Kinfolk Braves this early, so my hand is incredibly susceptible to Quake. So I need to get a lot of damage in here early. I've gotten rid of 1 God Hand and 1 Quake so far. I have another Quake in my hand. It's probably more prudent for me to hold on to. There's a Fertile Soil. Interesting. So he knows kind of what's cooking. So there's a second God Hand to get rid of. And we're just going to go 3 Kinfolk Braves, which means I am definitely inviting the Quake Fest 2013. Yeah. So 3 Braves. I have a Crimson Bull in my hand. Frost Gale. So we're going to hold on to both of our Quakes here. And I can't play anything. Yay! Alright, so here we go. That is me sacrificing for resources. I have 2 Quakes now. And Sister of the Owl. Oh boy. So this is where it goes from being ahead to being behind. And this is where Mana Growth really can run into some issues sometimes. So we're just going to go ahead and sacrifice our own Sister here. And I guess I'm just going to sag a little bit and see what else I can get. Because right now that Sister of the Owl is going to be 2-4. What I don't want to have happen is a lot of things come down. This could be a terrible, terrible mistake. Let's see, he's going to sacrifice for scrolls. There's a Wolf Burrow. Does he have something else to drop? Nope. So we're going to get rid of this one, and we're just going to Quake it. Alright, so that's still 2-2, or 2-4. But it's going to go down in just a little bit. So the double Frost Scale there, like I said, it's nice to have 1 Kinfolk Brave. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for all 3. And right now he's getting some pretty sweet board control. So I may be in trouble here right away just based on my opening hand that feels good, and that's where growth is really can get vulnerable sometimes. So let's see here. We get a second Frost Scale. That's actually a really interesting card, but it's not going to open up a ton of plays for us here. So I'm going to sacrifice it. And Rat King Fertile Soil. Now that's a good one to try and come back into this just a little bit. So I need to start sacking for resources next turn. We're going to take care of the Brother of the Wolf first, though. Get these guys' health down just a little bit. So I really need to start sacking for resources next turn. Maybe time to get rid of Mr. Mangy after all. So yeah, he had the exact cards he needed to take care of my opening hand. And that's where, against growth, that opening hand isn't terribly strong. Against, I mean, it's just Kinfolk Braves. I really like him because they're fast, and now he is buffing for resources, so I guess he's sagging back just a little bit too. We're going to get rid of... I guess we're going to play the Rat King this turn. Maybe. Because I don't really like dropping this down early. So we'll go ahead and drop the Rat King up here. If he quakes now, he kills all of his own stuff, so... Wouldn't be the first time that I've been down a few idols to growth and then had to get things back together. We'll see what happens, though, because he's probably got some good shenanigans of his own. And actually, this is where maybe I kind of wish I had my Decay deck going, but... Yeah, so he's just... I'm not exactly sure what his plan is right now. A little worried about it. So there's a Sister of the Owl, which is a very nice card to have. We're actually going to go ahead and... let's ditch the Mangy. Yeah, that's probably the right move. Yep, there we go. So we're just going to move all of you up here. Alright, Kinfolk Vet, go ahead and take that out. Let's see if we can reestablish dominance or see if I get quaked myself here in just a second. Which is entirely possible. He has played 2 Frost Scales, but he does have a lot of cards in his hand. And I'm not exactly sure what his plan is now. So, Fertile Soil is apparently the plan, so he's going for card advantage, a kind of longer play. This is the almost reminiscent of Imperial Resources that I really like to see happen with growth. He could be quaking me in just a moment, though, so we are... Probably should have Fertile Souled first if I was going to do that, but let's go ahead and get some card draw going, see if we can get some idle damage on this. Yeah, we'll stick it like that. See if I can go for some extra stuff next turn. I'm expecting a quake from him. Maybe he's fishing for cards, I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of the song and dance that growth does against each other. It's timing for your quake, seeing what happens. He has a lot of cards, but if I can get enough resources, it's going to be a good day for me. So there's the quake. Thought that was coming. Question is, does he double quake? I do have a rally here. We're going to go ahead and actually ditch one of the rallies. And let's go ahead and play the Great Wolf as well. We'll just show that we have that because it can survive a second quake if he has it. I'm not going to play the Sister of the Owl because that one gets very sad when it gets quaked. So let's see, you hold him and you put him up and you see what happens here. Kind of, like I said, I'm kind of expecting some big doings here when he has 9 cards in his hand. So there's the Kinfolk Vet. And a Rat King, okay. Interesting. And is he going to do anything else with those rats? No, he's going to move them into different rows. So smarter player than I am. That's for sure. So what do we do now? I could rally, but I won't be able to take out a lot with my rally. I could Frost Skill and Kinfolk Veteran. That's probably the better play here because that puts everybody down 1 health. And this gets my Great Wolf to attack next turn. So that's what we're going to do. I want to save... I'd love to do an 11 resource Sister of the Owl rally play. So I think that's how we're going to treat this. Cast that first. That puts me in double quake range, but you know what? If he's going to quake his own rats away, then that's just what he's going to do. Said I'd love to get the Ancestral Totem out as well, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do that with the rally. But he probably has something that's really going to fuck up my board here in just a second. Because he does have 8 cards and 9 resources. You don't really need more than 10 or 11 for growth. And I said, if he has a God Hand, this is going to be exciting. Probably should have moved my wolf up and around, but we'll cross that bridge when we reach it. God Hand time? If it is, I'm going to survive it unless he has something put behind it. Nope. Does he have a rally? Does he have a rally, or is he just going to play creatures? I really hope he just plays creatures. There's the rally. Okay, so do some damage there, but I can survive that. Okay, so Rat King's good, but we're going to be going for Sister of the Owl and good stuff here, so... Yeah, how are we going to do this? Probably like so. I'm going to have to hope for a little bit of RNG to do us some favors here. I really need an owl to appear right here, so there's one. Good. Alright, so we'll do this and this. And rally. Creative plays, but that's where the frost scale is really nice because that means that I can take things out and clear his board. And my sister is buffed. Yay! He has 5 cards and 10 resources. I have 1 card and 11 resources. This is going to be dicey. But that's where I'm trying to get crap on the board right now. And that's where Sister of the Owl can really, really shine. So there's your Quake. And does he have a Frost Scale to go along with it or a Ragged Wolf? At least I was able to clear his board. That's a start. And he's fishing for more scrolls. So he may have cycled through his deck. He's gone through 3 Quakes. So down 1 idol, up 1 idol. What you got for me, buddy? Is it going to be Rat King time? I'd love to do something with this next turn, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. 2 Kinfolk Braves. Alright, so right back at you, buddy. Alright, so Sister of the Owl again. Let's get rid of the Rat King. Alright, 2 breakers. We're gonna have a good time with this. I think. So we're gonna drop the breaker back here. Unfortunately, no rally play to go down there, but we'll see what happens. If he wants to Quake me, he's gonna be hurting himself just a little bit. But if he wants to take out that second idol, he can try and be my guest. I really, really would love to have a rally or a God Hand next turn, though. But once again, 5 cards, 10 resources. There's a lot that he can do to upset me, and that he's going to 11 kind of worries me a little bit, because if he Quakes, then Kinfolk Veterans, and there could be some things here. Is this a God Hand time? Maybe. But then I look back at this game, and I think to myself, would I have necessarily been in this position had I not sacrificed for... so we're going to actually have a rally here. Okay. So this could be setting up for a God Hand next turn. Maybe. Maybe not. Looks like it. So he's getting rid of his cards now. So I'm really going to need something to come back from this. Okay, so I do have buffed health creatures. I'm really going to need to take care of this next turn. Fertile Soil is good. That may be the play of the day, but for now, let's see here. I don't really have a lot that I want of Fertile Soil is the thing. If he God Hands, I'm in trouble. But I hate that. This is where I'm in a little bit of trouble with my current hand, but you know what? I'm going to take out one of these Braves. And I'm just going to be brave here. Put my one sister up to defend my breaker, and let's move my other one up here. So we'll see what happens with that. I just don't want to worry about defending this one idol that doesn't need defending. I gotta watch out though, because he could potentially wreck me this coming turn. Okay, so there's a few of those down. Like I said, I'd love to be able to Fertile Soil something, but right now I need all of my creatures, so he's going to be able to get his cards back up. Kind of a tough spot to be in. But this is where the other thing about growth versus growth is that sometimes it just comes down to what card you get. So that's how that goes. Sister of the Fox, do we have another rally? We're not getting a God Hand. We could get a Crimson Bull, and that would be a sad state of affairs. Now this looks like a Ragged Wolf. Okay, so we're going to get a... wow. Okay, so if this is a Crimson Bull, I'm in trouble. There we go. Okay. So what I really need right now is probably a card I'm not going to get. So let's go ahead and actually... I don't like ditching the Great Wolf here, but I really need something else that I can play with. Well, you know what? Yeah, did I hit the Quake? I didn't hit it, so... let's go ahead and move down here. And we are going to go ahead and move this right here. Fertile Soil. Maybe a dumb Fertile Soil because that gave me absolutely nothing. Alright. That's okay. He can't really Quake me to victory at this point though, but I'm just trying to get cards back up. Yeah. When you need the Quake's not coming, but I almost have enough resources to play some cards and a God Hand at the same turn, so not awful. Not great, not awful. I just don't really like Fertile Soiling my Mangy Wolf. That's kind of the game that I'm having today, so. And like I said before, that's a lot of what growth versus growth is. It comes down to who gets what cards when. And pretty much he got the cards he needed when he needed it, and he's got himself in a much stronger position as a result. So there's your God Hand. I am now down to one idol. Hey folks! I am marked for death. Can I come back from this? I really don't think so. Let me put it this way. It's going to take a lot for me to come back here. So let's do this first. God Hand is a beautiful card that I don't want right now. Alright. So let's do it like this. I'm going to drop a Rat King back here. And I'm going to... let's see here. He can Quake to victory if I'm not careful, so I have to drop the Mangy back here. And as much as it makes me uncomfortable, I gotta defend this idol too. So we'll drop this here. No reason to Crimson Bull this turn. So we'll just do it like that. Just gotta find ways to not get insta-gibbed at this point. So now I'm at 11 resources. He's at 12. Hopefully, I gotta hope he doesn't get cards here, but he probably does have cards. But right now, the reason that I put this here, just so you know, is that if he could Quake, you gotta watch out for the Quake Ragged Wolf. Of course, if it could always turn into a Quake Frostgale Ragged Wolf, which would be about as terrible. So Frostgale, there we go. So he got that. He hit one. There's a Kinfolk Vet, so he's going to take out my Sister of the Owl. There's a Ragged Wolf, so he's going to really go after my idols here. And we're back to having a problem. So Great Wolf is good. There are some other cards that I really need right now, though. Do I want a Fertile Soil here? He's at 0 cards. Fertile Soiling could limit my play here. I really want to hold on to the Crimson Bull, because that can turn the game for me. Let's not Fertile Soil. Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful draw that I cannot, unfortunately, take full advantage of. But shit, at least I can do something. So that is better than the alternative. Would be nice to have 12 resources, but there we go. At least it is a 6 attack here, so that's actually going to be almost enough to kill everything, but not quite. Okay, so I gotta hope for a little bit more here. So yeah. It's possible that he can once again quake to victory, but this Mangy Wolf being able to attack means he's going to have to get a lot more going on here. 2 Crimson Bulls, not exactly what I want, but if I can get a rally Crimson Bull, God Hand, anything at this point, I can come back and win this, because round 20 growth is very interesting, especially if both players have so much. And I could have actually possibly won the game if I had gotten the Crimson Bull there, but I didn't hit it, so there you go. So he's getting some creatures out. Ancestral Totem. What else does he got? That is a little better for me because he's just playing what he has. So we got to sacrifice 1 Crimson Bull. Please get a card that speeds me up. I'll take it. I will definitely take it at this point. Okay, so we got this. And we got a breaker. Probably would be more prudent to put the breaker up. Well, let's see here. Some of these idols are more vulnerable than others. Let's put this up here. And we're just going to put the breaker up here too, because I can take out some of this crap next turn. I do have a Crimson Bull. I do have more cards than he has. I just got to hope for a not quake. But even if he does quake me, it may not be over. But he's kind of got to get the exact right cards. Whew. So he's sitting on 1 card. He probably just hit the quake on a top deck, if I had to guess. But he's got to sacrifice for scrolls and hope he gets it. So this is a tough as hell position to be in. So Rat King. And does he have a rally or something to play with it? Maybe. Or is he moving to defend his idols? Maybe. Brother of the Wolf. Okay, we're in business, folks. Alright, can I win this turn? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Let's play the Sister just for defensive purposes. And maybe get another card. I gotta really think about this, though. So, Sister, God Hand. Here we go. Okay. So let's hear. That's gonna be almost enough damage. Not quite, but we're going to get really, really, really close. So let's hear. Let's actually ditch the Crimson Bull. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, well that's just fine. Let's go and play the God Hand. So let's hear. That is almost enough damage. Let's move you. Oh, if I hadn't put that totem there, I could have possibly ended it. So let's hear. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. Just so close to ending this. But let's go ahead and move you guys over here. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to just focus on doing some idle damage at this point. I can take out 1 or 2 idols. I just really hate thinking about this. I got a gun for idols at this point. We're in the Scrolls equivalent of a base race. So if I can clear his board here while he's top decking, that's just too much to possibly ask and do. So those are 4 attack rats, folks. So now he's down to a 1 health idol. If I get anything to speed me up, he can win it. But if he gets the right cards once again, he can beat me. That's kind of where we're at right now. I probably should have moved my wolf up 1 because right now he can't do shit. And he sacrificed for cards and got nothing. So let's play this right. Let's go ahead and yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that one. So let's see here. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and God Hand and end this as I somehow miraculously escape. That's just ridiculous. So there we go. I managed to win barely on the double God Hand, on the Perseverance. He had me down to 1 idle health for I don't know how many turns. But there we go. I am up to 191 rating. And at least I hope that was entertaining, if not anything else. Is a very good, very formidable opponent. But I'm going to call this a video for now. That's Scrolls Ranked, this growth. Next time I'm going to be playing a little bit with my Decay deck, more than likely, but I hope you enjoyed it. This is Way to Fail. Play Ranked. Don't forget, there's a double gold weekend this weekend coming up. This video is going to be going up today on the 21st. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.